Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Ooh, ooh, ooh. I know you see me standing here.
Good.
And do you look good, my dear? You know what song that is? Do I look good today?
I do, but why can't I think of what it's from?
If you wanna play. I'll just keep singing.
Please so simple, 'cause I found a way.
Okay, that's two different Nickelodeon songs.
Is
Your
it?
brain was almost there.
Are you sure?
I was singing the tune of Zoe 101. Excuse me. I used to have the biggest crush on Jamie Lynn Spears. I used to wish I could be with her.
Speaking of Jamie Lynn Spears, hashtag Free Britney.
Free Britney. Yeah. You know, the whole Free Britney thing is kind of the reason why I turned on Justin Timberlake. Did you know that?
Yes.
I used to love Justin Timberlake. And I feel like he is somebody who's flying under the radar of being a fucking douchebag and no one's noticing it.
He threw her onto that bus
100%.
and ran over her 5 times.
And Janet Jackson. It was.
Oh,
do you remember that whole thing? And he just like got off scot-free.
Yep.
And I love me some JT, but around like, I don't know, 2015, I started to realize there's something not right about this guy.
Oh no, he's a douchebag.
He's a real, I've heard through the industry, through people, that he's a spoiled brat.
Makes
I don't know if that's true.
When you're,
One person told me that who met him.
When you are a child star, I could see that happening. I could see you being more spoiled.
Yeah.
Because at a young age, you're getting everything given to you.
Yeah, I just feel like first of all, he's really good friends with Ellen. And she's known to, like, you know.
Goes to show. My mic keeps.
Do you like breaking the mic, or do you is there something
I
fun
want it to
to
be
do?
perfect, and it's not working.
Well, welcome to Dress Down Day, folks. I didn't even welcome you. Welcome to week 2. You know, I had a great time with you week 1.
I had a great time as well.
I wanted to say that there was a hair coming out of my bun. It's doing it right now. The entire time, and I just want to say, I really wish you'd let me know.
I just want to.
I really wish you'd let me know when something's going wrong with my appearance.
I don't remember if I mentioned this last time, and I don't even know if we mentioned this last time either. We've recorded so many of these. I don't know. I don't even know where I am anymore. What we've talked about already, I have no idea. And we're going to look different every time, especially me. I mean, my hair is going to be gray one day. It's going to be dark brown the next day. It's going to be light brown the next day.
We're flying out tomorrow, so you're probably going to come back with completely different hair.
I'll probably look completely different. I do have adult acne, so some days you're going to see my pimples, other days you're not, because some days I'll do makeup, some days I won't. You're going to have hairs always misplaced because... I mean,
so what is
you
it?
Just always look a mess.
What is it about you that do you when you see me doing poorly, do you like it? When you see that I have food in my teeth and I'm about to perform in front of 1,000 people, would you think maybe you'd give me a once over?
Well, that's different. In this case, I'm sorry. I'm not worried about what you look like. I'm worried about what I look like.
I understand, but if I saw lipstick on your teeth, I'd be like, "Hey, Leanna, you have lipstick on your teeth." We'll be doing an hour of these. I'll go back to the footage and I'll be like, there's deodorant on my shirt or something like that you didn't see.
Well, that's like blocked. A lot of your bottom half is blocked, so I can't really see if you have deodorant or
It was the hair. It was the fucking hair stringing along in the back.
You have a million hairs stringing along. How am I supposed to know what is acceptable and what's not?
One looked like a rat tail, and it was like this.
All right,
you
got the rat tail going on again.
Where? Here?
Yes, in the back.
Where? Here?
Yeah.
No, not this. This is like, these are flyaways.
Okay, exactly my point. What is acceptable and what is not? I can't keep track.
One looked
Do I look good?
You look gorgeous.
Thank you. That's all I care about.
You look gorgeous, honey. But I'm actually looking at you. You're just like ignoring me. You ever seen in the Disney, what was it, like Pocahontas or John Smith? One of them had like that, it was like that raccoon tail coming from like the back of his. Can you Google that, please?
Okay.
Put Pocahontas. What was his name? John Smith? Was his name John Smith? Yeah. I wasn't a Disney kid, folks. I don't really. Okay. Wow, Pocahontas was a real person.
Pocahontas marry John Smith? What should I look up? Images. Let's see. Pocahontas.
Put Pocahontas John Smith hat. I don't even know if it was him. It was like that fucking.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he didn't wear it, but
No,
somebody
it wasn't
did. Was
him.
it Pocahontas? Put in like raccoon hat.
No, that's not gonna come up. Raccoon hat.
Look. Okay,
What?
well,
Wrong again.
no, but look. Isn't that there's a raccoon in Pocahontas?
Yes, of course.
But go up. You missed it.
Miko.
What was his name?
Miko.
Nico?
Me.
Oh,
Miko.
go up. You're missing.
Where am I going?
Go.
There's nothing
scroll
up. There's not
There's
this.
do you see that man wearing the hat I'm asking you to look for? And then
Does
you
this
said
have-
scroll up to what?
Is this Pocahontas? Does this have anything to do with Pocahontas? So why the would I click this?
Go back.
Why would I click this?
Go back. Okay. Do you see the screen? Do you see the screen that we're looking at?
Davy
No.
Crockett.
No, don't search anything else yet.
No, I need to search.
It's right there. And you said scroll up for what?
Again.
It's literally right there.
Again, and I know people will be on my side. Does that image have anything to do with Pocahontas? No. So why
It
would I
came up.
click it?
Had
Why
a-
would I click it?
Had a Google note. There you go. You see this?
Okay. Do I see Pocahontas anywhere on this screen? No.
Okay, was I really that far off?
Yes.
She had Nico. He was a raccoon. Disney World. Oh my God, they sell it at Disney World. Go to hell, Leanna. Go to hell. Look, Mickey's wearing it right there. Thank you.
And again,
Thank
this still
you.
has nothing to do with Pocahontas. So
Anyway, this is what I looked like, and you didn't see a problem with it. I just want to. Have I said this to you before? Now, men out there, again, I'm not allowed to care about my appearance because society. You know what's funny? Society says a lot of things about women, which is like society makes women feel a certain type of way. Society makes men feel a certain type of way too. I'm not comparing my struggle, but there are some things that like you're not allowed to feel this way because you're a man. Would you not agree?
I mean, what are we doing over here?
I'll be like, okay, do you remember I had a very small role, and I'm talking a small role. So small that when people went to the movie, they said, I didn't see you in it. In the movie called Nerve.
I blinked. I must have missed you.
It was called Nerve.
Uh-huh.
It was already in production. It was supposed to be filmed on Staten Island. The girl Emma Roberts was supposed to be, her character was from Staten Island. So the directors liked my videos. They gave me a quick little speaking role. They cut out the majority of the scenes that I was in. Anyway, I got invited to go to the premiere. It was a really fun, exciting moment for me. Oh my God, this is so cool. Leanna made it about her own appearance more than I would care to admit. You had like dress fittings, and I was
Okay,
like,
I had
who's
dress
the
fittings.
one going to the movie? Who's the one in the movie? And I had to wait on you,
I represent you. I want it to look good.
but you were like, I don't care what you're wearing. What am I wearing? My dad said, let me tell you that. I had shows back home, and I took my dad's car, and he was, I was like, I gotta go, Dad. He was like, how am I gonna get there? I was like, how are you gonna get there? How the fuck am I gonna get there?
Oh my God, I can't. As if he needed to be there.
Oh my
No.
God, that is fucking incredible.
That's
And that's
amazing.
basically what it was like with you. You were like, I gotta figure out what I'm wearing. I'm like, I gotta go.
I mean, I just got to make sure I look good. Like I said, I represent you, so
Yeah, so
I need to make sure
that is always women's excuse when they take too long. I'm doing this for you. This is
No.
for you, okay? I represent you. I'm looking nice. You know, this is what I try to look nice for you, and you yell at me.
I mean, I don't think girls feel that way.
You just turned it
I'm
on me.
saying
You just turned it on me.
For certain events, yes. I think it's not more important for me to look good for you, but more important for me to look good for you versus some girl who's going out to dinner with her boyfriend.
I think they would give the same excuse.
No, I don't think
Speaking of equal rights, this just reminded me. We just got back from getting coffee,
so. Yes.
and this
Shout out Summer Moon.
Summer Moon is a great place here in Austin, Texas.
We have a lot of favorite coffees.
Yeah, we do.
I mean, you know, Chameleon always till we die.
Chameleon?
Chameleon.
You-
Chameleon. I said it like the
Chameleonaire.
rapper. I said
You're
like the rapper
you're
riding dirty.
What happened to that guy?
One-
Google it.
One hit wonder.
Google it. What
One hit
happened to
wonder.
Chameleonaire? They see
Oh, it
me
was
roll.
Chameleonaire.
Chameleonaire. Chameleonaire. Yes. Yes, Leanna.
I don't
Yes.
like that this is going to show
There's literally
that the Google searches are going to show how stupid I actually am.
No. Listen, you're a good Googler. I am horrible at Googling.
And I will say the pressure is getting to me.
Why? We can edit
The
this. Don't worry
pressure
about it, sweetheart.
No, I'm not worried about editing anything. I'm just saying I'm trying to type fast. I can't even think about, how should I spell it? I'm just trying to get it done fast.
Why does it have to be fast? That's my question. It doesn't have to be fast.
I feel like it needs to.
honey. Listen, honey, let's relax. Take your time over here.
Chameleonaire is now working as a venture capitalist.
I actually knew this. I forgot. I
What?
actually knew. Yeah, he's actually kind of a genius. He went to Silicon Valley. He invests in like apps and stuff. Way to go,
What?
Chameleonaire. They see me rolling. They hating. I'm going to
Try to catch
Silicon
me
Valley and invest in an
rising.
Uber. Try to catch me in
Wow,
Silicon Valley, invest in an
okay.
Uber. Try to catch me going to Silicon Valley, invest in an Uber. That's the remix.
Now the rapper appears to have executed a similar move in the world of tech entrepreneurship.
Did you highlight that?
Wow, I did not.
All right, Chameleonaire.
He's giving a meaning to his name, Chameleonaire. I love it.
So we love
Shout out Houston, Texas. That's where he originated. Whatever that
he's
means.
rolling dirty, right? Is he rolling dirty?
It's riding dirty.
Riding dirty. Try to get me riding dirty.
Yeah, right here.
Okay.
Riding.
Featuring Crazy Bone.
Of Bone Thugs and Harmony.
See you at the crossroads, you don't belong there. See you at the crossroads.
So what were you
Don't
saying?
belong
I was
there.
saying we have a lot of favorite coffees.
Before-
I didn't want to shout out Summer Moon
Yeah.
without shouting out
Chameleon.
because we love Chameleon.
Love Chameleon. They're also an Austin-based company.
Shout out Beans and Leaves.
Shout out Beans and
New
Leaves,
York, and
shout
now
out New
shout
York,
out Summer Moon,
Summer
Austin,
Moon.
Texas, and also I think they're all around Texas. But
They didn't start in Austin. They started in
So
Austin. They did
good.
start in Austin.
I believe I think the one that we go to all the time is the original.
You know what else started in
location.
Austin? Whole Foods.
Yes.
Yo,
Austin,
Austin,
told you
Texas.
that.
Okay.
I
Somebody
did
needs
t- I
credit
did
for it.
tell
Well,
you
then
that.
why didn't you say it when I asked you? What is the look at this. Look how cute it is. Very great. They have this thing called Moon Milk,
Texas proud.
which is basically just sugar milk, which is fucking delicious.
It's so good.
It's really creamy, dreamy moon milk.
Look at that.
That's what I used to call my my sperm, Leanna.
It's their signature.
I used to call it my creamy, dreamy moon milk.
Ew. It's their signature sweet cream.
Ooh,
Which
I got
they-
some sweet cream over here for you, Audie. Come here. Hey, what's the matter? Come here, Audie. You want a little sweet cream over here?
Oh my
Get
god.
down on it.
They don't tell you the ingredients, but just
Ooh,
know
it's a secret.
it's delicious.
It's a secret.
So we went to Summer Moon this morning.
Went to Summer Moon
as
this morning.
we do many mornings.
We're gonna talk about coffee a lot on this show because
Actually, I wanted to start the podcast with this. I don't need coffee to live.
Are you sure?
But I wake up every morning and I wake up for coffee.
Show me addiction.
Huh?
That's what that is. You're addicted to it.
Oh, addiction.
What did you think I
I
said?
thought it was like a space diction.
How would that make sense?
I don't know.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. It's just
She said, I wake up in the morning and I need it. And I said, show me addiction. And she said, ah?
You said it weird, so I thought it was two different words. I don't know. I feel like I'm not addicted. I feel like I don't need coffee, but I wake up in the morning for coffee.
What
I
did
wake up every day for coffee.
I
Jeez.
really enjoy because I didn't drink coffee my whole life. And
know.
then, you got me addicted to it because that's what a bad woman in your life does. She drags you down. She gets you addicted to gambling and cigarettes.
Yep.
And I think that I'm more of a coffee connoisseur than you because I don't know what you drink sometimes. I can't even taste the beans. And when we lived on Staten Island, you would fucking torture me. I need my coffee. You would say that so don't say you don't need it because you fucking need it. What's the difference between needing it and really, really, really wanting it?
I just wake up in the morning and it sends something through my veins that makes me happy and gives me a reason to go about my day.
I think that's the definition of being addicted to heroin.
Okay.
I think it would be very similar to that.
I mean, I can't help it. It's delicious. I love it. I love it.
As you get older,
There's everything about it.
there is, what else are we living for, really?
Exactly. And as I said earlier in the podcast, I suffer from adult acne, which coffee could very much be a contribution to it.
Yeah.
But I'd rather have pimples and enjoy this delicious cup of coffee every day.
You think getting pimples from this?
I think
that's not good.
Coffee can be a part of it. Yes.
It's one of the most highly processed or poisoned. What's the word? Chemically sprayed.
Yes.
Pesticides.
Mm-hmm.
Coffee's bad. This says organic, which Chameleon is organic. That's why I fuck heavy with Chameleon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is organic. We've been getting this way too much, by the way.
I know.
I don't know if we should be having it every day.
No, definitely
not. We should go back to like making it at home, but we're leaving and whatever. But something happened when we got the coffee that you give me. This is good. This is like a therapy session, and I want the world to hear it because I want people to take my side on something you do to me all of the time. This woman backed out of her parking spot and she drove past us.
Okay.
So I gave her like a smile, but she didn't reciprocate. She just like looked at me like, and you always get mad. Well, Leanna and I will be at like Dollar Tree, and this sweet woman will be like, I don't know, a little older, and I'll give her a compliment like, oh, I love your nails. And you'll be like, that's creepy. You always call me a creep,
No.
and it's not right. Because again, going back to the male thing, my mom smiles at everyone. My mom she looks like a fucking psychopath. She's like smiling. Oh, I'm happy. I want them to be happy. But then
it's always nice to give someone a smile.
If I smile at a woman, you'll be like, what are you doing? You're mad creepy though.
That is not true.
You're going to hell when you die. You just lied to me.
Smiling. First of all, you just brought up the smiling thing today. I've never noticed you smiling at people.
You're so full of shit.
How am I full of shit?
If I'm like overly nice to someone, which may include a smile.
No, you're bringing up something totally different. We never talk about the smiling thing. We've never spoken about the smiling
So
thing.
what's creepy about being nice to someone?
You complimenting a woman's hands or something. That's totally different. That we've gotten into.
Okay.
And yes, sometimes the way you say things is a little creepy.
Why? What's creepy about it?
It just is.
We went somewhere and a man said that you had a nice manicure and you were like, oh my God, thank you. So I said, did you like that? You're like, yeah. And I was like, so why was it bad when I said it? If it's a woman my age and she has like crazy swirl, I know that it was gonna make her maybe a little happy, and you hate me for it. You hate me and you wish I was dead.
It's not that I hate you for it. I just don't want anyone to be uncomfortable by, I guess, a compliment that you're giving them.
Everything I do, you think makes someone uncomfortable. It happens all of the time. What did I do wrong?
Maybe just keep it at like, have a nice day versus,
you are the devil.
Oh, I love the skirt you're wearing. I just don't want you. I don't want you to make anyone feel uncomfortable.
I think it's you are insecure. Do you think people are going to think that I'm gay? I think that's what it is.
No. I don't want people
are you sure?
Why would I care?
Why are you complimenting her nails?
I would rather people think that you're gay than a creep. Much rather.
I'm with you. I'm with another person. I'm with a woman.
We could be a serial killer couple for all they know.
So is it?
I could be in on it.
It's a serial killer vibe that I'm giving off?
Maybe.
Wow. Folks, I'm talking about like a 60-year-old woman who.
A 60-year-old woman.
Yeah. A 60-year-old woman who, I don't know, has like a fucking headband.
Has swirls.
Has a headband on for Easter. And I'm like, oh, I love that. And then when we walk, Leanne, I'm like, you're a fucking creep.
No.
There was nothing wrong with that.
First of all,
I
would never say effing creep. I would never say that. Second of all, something like that, a holiday thing. That's love fun. But like I said,
the exceptions you're making.
For you to be like, oh, I like your bra strap. Like, that's creepy. Like, that's weird.
Hey, honey, you got some great tits under that garter. What's a garter? What the hell is that?
The thing that goes around the thigh.
Which
I don't even know what that's useful for. I think that's completely...
That's for weddings, right?
Yeah. I don't know if that's all that it was made for. I have no idea.
I think it's so fucked. Like, I don't know. Why is it so bad? Women pay the amount of money you pay for your manicures sometimes is astounding. So someone
know.
giving you a compliment on it, why is that bad?
It's not bad.
You tell me I'm a creep all the time.
I
You're relating it to me saying, "Hey, honey, nice bra strap. Can I see it? Can I smell it?" That me saying, "Oh, I love your nails." Because I know how serious it can be in our culture. Like we said, Staten Island girls, it's a very big deal. The Manny's got to be on point. So I'll be like,
Yes.
"Oh, I love that. That's a really cool color." Is that just? Am I a piece of shit? Am I a serial killer? Should I keep my mouth shut? Are men not supposed to notice it? I'm not saying you got a great ass, honey. Let me shake it. Come here. Let me shake it.
Let me just shake it. You're disgusting.
Let me get a fucking shake it though.
Maybe I'm subconsciously jealous or mad that I didn't compliment them first. Maybe that's what it is.
Now we're getting somewhere. Maybe it's because your parents are divorced.
You're probably right. You know what? You're probably right. Seriously, maybe I'm like jealous that I didn't notice it first and compliment them first, and you're getting credit for
That's
something.
so funny because that's our relationship. Leanna is never worried that like I'm interested in another woman because it could be a girl like our age too.
Yeah.
And she's not mad like, "Oh, I don't want you looking at other girls." It's like, I want the one who's the nice one. Like that's what you want credit for noticing something.
Yeah.
Well, at least you admitted it. That was good. That was a very good therapy session. We got to the bottom of it. You admitted that you're a piece of shit and you're selfish.
I think that might be the case. I think I might be jealous that I'm not getting the nice
Oh my God,
nice
I knew
credit.
it. Because
The credits for being
that's so
the
true.
good person.
Because you'll say it to somebody, and I'll be like, "Why was it okay for you to say that?" You're like, "Oh, no, you're dramatic. I don't say that to you." And then you never admit that you're cruel to me. All right, this is great.
I mean,
You're going directly to hell when you die.
I'm
That's
really
good.
not trying to be cruel, but now that I'm thinking of it, and I don't want to make you feel bad, but maybe that's the case.
No, listen.
I want the credit for being the nice person, the good guy. And when you notice something first and then you do the complimenting first, you get the star.
Well, listen, and I do want you to be honest with me. If we do live in a more sensitive time, I don't want to cross that line. But
That too.
I also love, you know me. I love.
You appreciate art.
If I see how many times if I seen a guy, I'd be like, "Yo, that's a great shirt." People say it to me. I just think it's like a nice thing. But you apparently
always nice.
see me as a predator wolf touching myself in the corner.
No. Like I said,
What is that purple?
it's not even.
Show me your tits, honey.
It's not even you. First of all, stop saying TITS. It's not
a great word.
It's not even you being creepy. It's I don't want
You just
feel
said bra strap.
I don't want someone to feel uncomfortable. That's it.
But I'm not that guy.
And I know you're not. But
I don't think it ever comes off that way.
A girl getting a compliment from a girl, it's almost never really creepy. Whereas from a guy, it can easily come off as creepy.
I guess you're right. Listen, the
I just gotta
listeners,
protect my
the
girls,
listeners
my
can be
ladies.
100% with you. I noticed that it's usually someone who I'd call a machine, who in Italian, that's like somebody who is, that's like a slang, Italian American slang. Oh my God, he's such a machine. That would be somebody who is like maybe a little sad, a little socially awkward.
Yeah,
someone
timid.
someone who you feel bad for. I usually try to do that to a woman who I would get that vibe from, who's like a little self-conscious, and
Who
I'll be
might
like,
not get compliments
who may not get
often.
compliments, and I'll be like, "Oh, I love that shirt" or something. And so a lot of the times they smile or they'll talk more about it. "Oh, thanks, I just got it from that." And then Leanne's like, "You're a fucking creep."
Again, would never say effing, and I don't think I've ever.
What did that make you think? Call you dirtbag?
You better be careful. You're painting me out to be a bad person.
You painted me out to be a fucking rapist.
No, I'm saying I'm not. I just don't want you to ever make someone feel uncomfortable. I know that's not your intention ever.
But I've never once in my life, because that's not who I am. It can't come off that way.
That's not true.
I think there's
For
always
someone who doesn't know you, they don't know you.
That's a hate. Oh, I love that. I love that necklace you got on. That's like threatening to a woman. It could be threatening. Perhaps you could say yes.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, I apologize. if I ever made anyone uncomfortable, I usually, I don't know. Usually the vibe I get is, oh, this guy's gay. That's usually what they think. If I'm complimenting their jacket,
That's fine. That's
I don't
fine.
think that I don't think that I come off threatening, or I don't say like, you really fill out that dress. Like, I don't say shit like that. It's literally like, wow, where did you get that jacket? Like,
Yeah, no, I know.
Well,
He's not a creep.
maybe someone has to tell me. I don't know. I try, and the reason why I brought it up to you is because you'll do it when I feel like it's so innocent. I'm always like, literally an older woman, and I'll say something, and it's always on the way out. Looking at the receipt, you're like, you're disgusting.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I wouldn't,
Okay,
and
good.
I wouldn't say that either. You're disgusting. I would be like, that was like a little weird that you said that, baby.
Oh man, I really, we gotta get a third party. We gotta see if people agree with you, or if they agree with me. But I think you're a little too hard on me at times.
Oh, of course, absolutely. I'm definitely too hard on you.
Yeah. Well, now we know it's because your parents got divorced. What do you got up here?
I was looking up garter because we brought that up before, and I'm stupid, and I'm not a woman's woman, I guess, and didn't really know. But when I read the definition, I was like, oh yeah, of course. So it holds up stockings. It has like clips on it usually, and it'll hold up a sock or a stocking type deal.
First of all, the only thing I can notice is that you've had the caps lock on this entire time, and you didn't think to turn it off.
No.
You do the strangest things. I don't get you sometimes.
I told you I am trying to be a fast Googler, so I'm not really worried about the spelling or the caps lock. I'm just trying to get the information as quickly as possible.
But I understand. Please stop rushing. I'm not in a rush.
Okay.
I understand we have a lot of packing to do and we have to leave in a little while, but we can relax for a moment here. Leanna also, this is great. This is like a open therapy session, because I'm going to you want to drag me through the mud? Okay, Audie.
I wasn't dragging you. You're the one who brought it up.
Yes, but
I wasn't like, oh, let's talk about how much Eric is a creep.
you should have said, I apologize. You're right, Eric. I'm a devil woman. But instead you're like,
I said-
no, sometimes you'd be like, oh, hey, honey, nice bra strap. Like I ever fucking said that to a woman.
Here's the thing. I hope by people listening to this, they will realize
We're joking.
our sense of humor
Okay,
and
yeah.
how we say things
I would hope
that
so.
are completely false, and it's just to get a laugh.
Okay,
So
yeah.
me mentioning the bra strap, obviously, is not a real thing. It was just to be funny.
No,
You're
no.
not the only comedian in the room. Okay, thank you.
Oh, okay. Before me, Leanna has never laughed in her life.
That's not true. I tell you all the time. I used to be so funny.
And I would ask you, tell me something funny, and you'd just be like, oh, like what? What should I say?
Okay, I'm not saying I was a comedian where I could stand up and tell jokes for 5 minutes. I was just funny. I would do funny things, and you took that away from me.
What? Give me a funny thing. What would you do that was funny? I just want to know one. Did you have any?
You can't. I was naturally funny. I wasn't a performer.
It's not about
I'm
being
not a performer.
No. Okay, so how about this? None of my friends growing up were performers.
Okay, so if
I can give you 100 things they did funny.
Yeah, but if you said, "Oh, okay, Steve, be funny," is he just gonna do something?
I didn't say
oh,
that.
here's a magic trick.
I
How
didn't-
how many fingers am I holding up?
Okay, magic. Hey man, tell me a joke. Pick a card. Where the fuck do you see those?
Exactly.
Where are you getting that connection from? Why would he do a magic trick if I wanted him to be funny? It's like, oh, you're really good at baseball? Show me. I could throw this football really far. I said before I was interrupted,
Sorry.
tell me something you did funny. The old razzmatazz. Remember that time Leanna did this? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Like one time, my mom recently told you this when we were home. My dad got a cell phone when I was like in the 7th grade. I screamed into his phone, so it was like ah, and I made it his ringtone. So when he went to Home Depot, it was just screaming in his pocket. He didn't even know it was his phone. He couldn't get it to shut off.
Can you do that again?
Absolutely. It might be a little more harder on the iPhone. You can't just add. You have to like do it with your computer with the iPhone. But I would 100% do that to my dad.
Wait, there has to be a way. We have to do it.
I've never told any stories to anyone about my father. That could be its own podcast in itself. The Long Branch story? I mean, there's just like
I mean, we could talk about him for days.
I would I gotta have him on. But he won't be funny on
no, he gets
on
camera
command.
shy.
He gets so camera shy. I've asked you like for years. I just wanted to know, were you like the silly girl in class? Were
No,
you
not in class.
with your friends?
With my friends, yeah. Friends and family.
So like when your mom was cooking, you'd be like, "Hey there, what's cooking, honey?" And then you'd skip out. What was
yeah, kinda, I guess.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I can't see that at all. I don't think that any of that's true. And
As you get older, your soul dies. So that's just what happens.
And if you ask Leanna's mom anything, she'll put her kids on. She'll be like, "Yeah, Leanna, funniest, but you're not funny. She's funny." She said your brother sings opera.
My mom swears that my brother could be an opera singer. I mean,
and then she won't laugh. She'll be like, "What? He can." Oh my god. Oh, it's fucking great, man.
All right. I'm crying today.
Oh my god. Parents are so funny, man. I love like I wonder if we're gonna be like that when you think like I say that about Abigail. I'll notice like
Wow.
I'll say things like she's X, Y, and Z, and she's 5, and it's like, dude, like what, maybe,
Yeah.
but she's just 5,
Yeah.
and
I know.
she doesn't mean like I don't know. She does a lot of things that remind me of me, and because we're all so selfish, we think. Like everybody does that with their nieces and nephews and their kids. Like they'll be like, "Oh my god, look at her! Look at her! She likes ravioli. I like ravioli. That's just like her uncle."
Yeah. They want them to be just like them. I mean, I get it. I totally get it.
You know what also sucks? We were in Target the other day, and I was like, "Oh man, the girls would love this." And then I realized that like I don't know if it's because maybe today is just different. I don't want to be like that old guy saying when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
But my brother's kids, they are so spoiled.
Mm-hmm.
Like even my siblings will admit their kids are
all kids today.
All kids
today are spoiled.
like, and I had like our niece loves like creepy shit. She's really fucking funny. And she loves like Jack and Sally, and she just loves creepy stuff. So there was like this little skeleton dog, and I was like, we should get this for Abigail. But I'm thinking like getting something to her isn't even a big deal.
No.
Like she's just, oh, cool, thanks. Put it with the rest, Uncle Eric.
Yeah.
Like, it's never like, when I was a kid, I'd be like, whoa.
Yeah.
You thought of me, sir?
I have to say, you give the best reaction.
Do you really mean that?
I'm a big gift giver. I love to give gifts, and it makes me feel good. And you never disappoint with your reaction ever.
And it's genuine.
It's genuine.
I don't get there's nothing I hate more. Like when I give Leanna something, I'm expecting your I'm expecting your head to explode. Like, oh, thanks. Anyway, what color should I get? I'm like, what? That was
it's not that bad, but it's
not your fault.
I don't get that excited over things. I really don't. I just don't.
I gotta say, a lot of people, my friends have told me this, my family has told me this. You're very easy to shop for, and you always like love everything that someone gets you.
Yes.
So even if I don't love it, doesn't that make you feel so good?
Of course.
So why can't other people do that? If I give you a fucking bag of M&Ms, why can't you be like, oh my God, man, thank you so much?
I know. It really is cruel of us to not be that way. We should all be that way.
What's the deal?
Kids, of course, they can't really.
Well, kids are hilarious. I love when we give the girls gifts and then they'll like open it up, they'll throw this sweatshirt.
And they'll like, okay, anything else?
Or they'll keep digging. And I'm like, there's nothing else in there, honey.
Oh my God, that's the worst. You give them like a gift bag and there's tissue paper and they keep going. It's like, oh no, that was the only thing.
Or if like, you know, when you have to open a card, like your grandma gave you or something, there's money in it. And
Yeah.
like, it's you always have to like, that's such a
Oh
weird.
my God, you have to like pretend to like read the card.
Yeah, and, like, and then the money falls out, and then you have to just
and it's
be
like pretend
oh,
that you
wow,
didn't notice the money.
Yeah,
Yes.
like, oh wow, thanks, grandma. Oh
Yeah.
wow, you shouldn't have. Like, it's such a. Remember when we were kids? Did you go to parties and they would make you open your presents in front of people?
Yeah, of course.
What the fuck? What is that about?
Yeah.
That is fucked up.
Yeah. I
know what I mean?
disagree with that.
That's so
I
cruel.
totally disagree with that. And I've realized that more so now as an adult with all the nieces and nephews that we have and
Mm-hmm.
the birthday parties that they have. It's like, okay, we're all opening the gifts, and it's like, you know, maybe certain people don't have as much money as someone else, and like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
I couldn't get them whatever, the big fancy toy, but someone else said it makes me feel bad. Or
I really don't like that.
For the kids too, they don't realize what they're doing, but you know, they might love Aunt Lisa's gifts more than they like our gifts, and
Yeah.
that makes me feel bad. Or these aren't actual things, but stuff like that
Yeah.
does go on. It's not. It should be something that happens in private when everyone else goes home. All right, give me a call or tell me next time that you loved the gifts, but I don't need to see you opening all the gifts.
I remember being like in the 4th grade, and they would do it at like Fun Station. Fun Station was this place back in Staten Island. I don't know if it's still open, but it was basically like a Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah,
for
Chuck E.
kids.
Cheese,
It had, like,
arcade.
games, laser tag,
Mhm.
and we'd go to the party room, and we'd all watch our friends open our gifts.
You felt bad as a kid because you weren't getting gifts.
No, I felt bad.
Oh.
Like shit. I don't know if I gave him enough.
Oh,
or
yeah,
You know what
exactly.
I mean? Like it was just weird.
Mhm.
And their bitch mom like, that's it. That's all you got him.
No, stop. It would not.
In my mind, that's how it went.
Of course. Of course.
Oh man, I just think that like it's similar to when you like the reaction thing I was saying. It's similar to when I go to someone's house for a lot of our friends have houses now, and or we have visitors at our apartment. I'm always like, I would have done a much better job than you. Like when we went someone's place recently, and it was all right. I wasn't like blown away, but I was acting like it was the greatest house.
Yeah, you want to make them feel good.
I was like, this is incredible, man.
Yeah.
Good. And people come to our place like, oh, it's nice. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is your problem? Just act
This
like
place is gorgeous. What are
Yeah.
you talking about?
Oh, you guys get to live here? Like, why not do that?
Yeah.
That's what they're looking
I
for.
mean, you don't want to give a phony reaction either. No one really likes a phony reaction.
But it's not phony. I'm just feeling like anything you give me, I can make. I'm an actor, Leanna.
Mhm.
I can make it.
I know what I'm saying.
I can make it look real.
But I just said
It's not fake,
acting
though.
is not the best either.
Sometimes it is.
I don't want you to tell me how much you love it and then you go back. Well, actually, I wouldn't really care. I'd rather you be like, "Oh my god, it's amazing," and then you go back and you're like, "Oh, it wasn't that great." I'd rather
Speaking-
that.
Well, that's you and I are different, but like to each other, I wouldn't. I don't know if something I didn't like, I'm not gonna be like, whoa. No, just not gonna happen. But speaking of the kids, remember when Abby gave us? We moved to California. We're very close to our nieces, obviously. I mean, everybody probably is, but we moved to California. She was sad when we moved away, and she had like a little thing at school or something where they purchased. She got gifts for everyone.
Like the Christmas fair.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And she got like random gifts for people. She gave me, was it for me and you or just me?
So we had already moved to California.
Yeah.
We were in California for maybe 2 years at that point.
Your
Your parents came to visit us Christmas Day, and they brought the gifts.
Yes.
Like my mom gave Eric's mom a bunch of gifts for us, and Abby
Yeah.
had her holiday fair, and she bought us gifts and gave them to her to bring.
And she gave us a,
We each got our own gift.
what did she get you?
I got a plush snowman.
Oh.
Mhm.
And I got an ice scraper for my windshield. She gave me that.
And we were
hold
living
on.
in California. You don't see snow in California.
But she was what, three or almost
yeah,
four?
probably 3.
So
2
we
years ago.
FaceTimed her, and I acted like it was the greatest thing I've ever gotten in my
Uh-huh.
life, obviously.
Yeah.
And then when we moved to Austin, we were stuck in a snowstorm.
Mhm.
One in a billion snowstorm in Texas. It was the craziest thing ever. And because of my 3-year-old niece,
Mhm.
it saved our lives.
Yep.
Isn't that fucking hilarious.
I would like to take a little credit because
What else is new?
I did keep it. I was like, let's keep this in the car. It's always, you never know.
You did. So I
kept it.
said, fuck Abby, let's throw this out.
No,
Does that
but
sound like me?
I mean, you were like, we don't really need this. Like, we should probably just get rid of it.
You're just making this up. I've never said that. Oh my God, look at you. You're going to hell when you die. Oh my God, you're actually the devil. Your eyes just lit up with fire, and you were smiling about how much you were lying about me, and you liked it.
Sorry, I like to. I like to make you look like a bad guy. It's fun.
Yeah, tell me about it. I mean, this is what the devil does. The devil does work like this.
Mm-hmm. No, it was true. I mean, that talk about one of the best gifts we've ever gotten.
Yes.
I mean, saved our lives is a stretch, but
we
were able to get to Texas because of it. We would have been stuck in the middle of nowhere.
Leanna, I
for
used
days.
it. I used it to scrape ice off, and I wouldn't have an ice scraper in California.
No.
And then moving to South Texas, I didn't think I needed an ice scraper, and I actually had one because of our 3-year-old niece. It was incredible. And apparently you thought I was going to throw it out, which you're just lying, and
no,
that's why she hates you and loves me more. But yeah, I don't know why it's so hard for people. I think one of the things that I'm good at, that you say that I go too deep into things, but I'm on this kick of like I'm a big fan of psychology.
Yes.
Right? I don't think anyone does anything like randomly. Everything you do in your life has a purpose, whether you know it or not. It could be subconscious, you could not be aware of it, but it's there. So when you come into my place and you don't give me a good reaction, I'm thinking it's never innocent, in my opinion. And I think that because I have gotten to a place mentally, which I have worked my ass off to get here, just having a life that I really enjoy, and I hated it for a long time. So maybe when I hated my life, I'd be more inclined to be a miserable prick. But now that I'm happier, I am happy for people. I want them to be happy. I want them to feel good about their things. I'm gonna give them the reaction that they want. And I always think if you drag me down or if you say something negative, that's always a sign that there's something wrong with you. It's never like you're making me feel bad. It's like, you got to figure some shit out.
And that's also why you give the reaction that you give, because you don't like when the reaction isn't there.
It's also just like, I know what you're looking for. Wouldn't you want to make someone feel good?
Of course.
So, some people just don't do it. I get it. Some people just aren't that way. And I'm also not putting it on. Like you said before, acting, like I'm acting like I really like it. My friend Steve got me for my 30th birthday. He got me Raptors shorts. I love them so, and I wasn't like putting it on, but he knows. He was like, I know you were just gonna love them because you really appreciate things.
Yeah. I only said that because you said before, even if it's not that great, I'm gonna make them feel like it is.
It depends who it is.
To feel good.
It depends who it is. My godfather, who would get me stuff that I really wouldn't wear, I'd be like, oh my God, I actually really needed one of these, like, to make him feel good.
Of course. And no, you really do a lot of the times, because you really do just appreciate things. You appreciate the little things, big things. You appreciate things. Most of the time, your reaction is genuine.
Yeah, I guess. To me,
I'm thinking of.
I'm not trying to give myself a compliment. I'm like, yeah,
I'm not trying to give you a compliment either. Trust me, but it is true. Like my mom loves to spend money. She loves to buy things. She's always buying you little things because she's the type of person that buys things because she likes to feel good.
Yeah,
and she probably does it subconsciously, but she always buys you things. Any little thing that reminds her of you, she buys for you because she knows you're going to give an amazing reaction.
So maybe I'm doing her a disservice by...
Yeah, because she's spending all her money because of you. I bought a basket the other day just to keep my knitted stuff in. And I just put the stuff in there and I put it, in the living room, whatever. And you like hours later were like, "Oh my God, that looks amazing." And I was like, "What?" And you were talking about the basket, and it was just so it was so funny and so cute. I mean, again, I don't want to give you a compliment.
Yeah, and here you are making fun of me for it.
It was so cute. Like, just little things like that get you so excited, and you always give a good reaction.
Because, like, I don't know. To me, if my friend is into, like, let's say you love the Jets and you love binoculars, and I find Jets binoculars.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so annoying because I'll give somebody, they're like, "Oh, this is cool," and I'm like, "Do you get how good this is?"
I know you do that. You always do.
I'm like, "Dude, it's Jets binoculars. You love the Jets. You love binoculars. This is Jets binoculars." And they're like, "Yeah, no, I get it, Eric."
Yeah.
I'm spitting all over the place. I don't know. And that is, listen, it can be a negative thing. Because like I said in the last episode, my friend Mac, like, I hate how much you love things.
Mm-hmm.
But it's more of like, I love, art sounds pretentious. Like, I'm not look at me an artist. But like, in terms of just like, I don't know, those people who created a lot of these like little knickknacks, I feel like their childhood wonderment like survived adulthood, and they grew up to make something really cool.
Yeah.
And just like fun, and they didn't lose that spark of like creativity and just enjoying the little things. Because as you get older, I've noticed, man, my friends are so fucking boring. When I go back home, I love my siblings so much, but because they have kids and they have regular jobs, no one has like any, no one like. I read a great quote one time that said, it was like the creative adult is the child that survived. Or something like that. And like, I always see people, I don't know, when I was a kid and you loved like.
It's exactly that. The creative adult is the child that has
all
survived.
right.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Ursula.
That's like sad in a way.
But we're all creative. I feel like we were all, when did we lose that? When did you lose that spark?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that time, I guess I'll end with this. We're getting kind of late, but I don't want these to be too long. I said this in one of the previous ones we recorded that got lost.
That's in the junkyard.
It's in the junkyard of the podcast. But Leanna and I were in a really dark place when we were living back home. And it's not anyone's fault. I know a lot of people blame their hometown. They blame all this. We were not blaming anyone. It was just we were not fitting into that mold so well.
Mm-hmm.
And we were unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was really unhappy, and I was the darkest time of my life. Leanna had a really great job, and she wasn't enjoying it either. It was kind of like, yeah, you're making great money, you're doing it, but like, is this what life is about?
Yeah.
Waking up early,
Exactly.
going somewhere I don't love,
Mm-hmm.
coming home, and then just doing it all over again, just living for the weekends and having a fucking first birthday party or agenda reveal to just eat up your weekend.
Yeah, it was very hard.
It was very, it was, and I didn't know what I was doing with my life. So I always wanted to just enjoy my job, and I needed to do something like this. I tried other things, and I almost went crazy, and I could have easily like went down a dark road. I'm one of those people who like was struggling bad. And when we moved to Los Angeles, we just had to get out of there just to figure out, let's see what's out there for us. If we fail miserably, at least we know the answer to that.
Mm-hmm.
So we moved to California, and I came home one day. I don't know where I was, but you were in the apartment. The windows were open. There was a breeze coming in. I think you were listening to music.
This story like makes me cry now.
Like, I could cry thinking about it. And you were painting.
Mm-hmm.
It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. I was just staring at you. I was like, can you believe this is our life? Like,
Yeah.
It was so minuscule. We didn't have much. We had our own place. We were happy.
We were happy. That's the most
Yeah.
important thing. It was like our life was so unstable
Yeah.
Right? Like you didn't know what you were doing. I had a job. It wasn't anything crazy.
But you were like floating.
Yeah. It was like, all right, I'm going to do this until I figure out what I want to do. But it didn't bother me. Like I wasn't stressed out because it was like I'm making money, we can afford rent, and I'm happy.
Yeah.
I could do stuff that I want to do. I go to work for a few hours and then I could come home and I can paint or I could, make candles, knit, whatever
it
it
wasn't
is.
an everyday thing. You'd work here, you'd have a day or two off, you'd work then.
Yeah.
And it was just like this figuring it out mode. And I was just thinking, man, here's somebody who is such an artist deep down that did not have a second to explore that last year or 2 years ago, whenever it was, because any second of free time you had would have been filled by something that we're told is important and adult.
Yeah.
Like, you got a lot of free time on your hands. You ever notice people say that?
Or that's what it was. It wasn't even like, oh, I have stuff to do, but it was like this pressure of you need to be doing something.
Or our families would make us feel like we had to get something done.
Yeah.
Or, and that's something like a lot of people, I don't know if people understand this, but coming from where we came from, free time, like I just said, you ever notice that somebody does something like really, really cool on TikTok or on Facebook, and a top comment is like, this guy's got a lot of time on his hands.
Oh, yeah.
They try to act as though that's a negative thing.
Yeah.
That you were able to get free time.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing in our lives that you cannot duplicate, you cannot buy more of, the most precious asset on earth is time. And here you are acting like having it to do something I like is a bad thing. That is a fucked up way to live your life.
Yeah.
You got a lot of time on your hands. Yeah. Don't you wish you did?
Seriously.
I'm doing something that nourishes my soul. It makes me happier. So to be a cool adult is to be somewhere you don't want to be.
To be a slave.
To make money, to do what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that is why I think I'm able to stay a little bit more, I don't know, childlike. It was really important to me to be happy more than anything. And Dave Chappelle has a great saying. When he told his dad he wanted to be a stand-up, he said, his dad was like, that's really difficult. You may not make it. And then he said to his dad, well, Dad, that depends what you mean making it is. If I can make your salary as a teacher doing comedy, that's a pretty good gig. And that's kind of how I felt.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't believe that I get paid to do what the first time I got paid like a decent amount of money for stand-up, I couldn't believe. I was like, this is fucking crazy. And it's all because I just jumped and just really, really went with my gut. And, this got deeper than I wanted it to get.
It did.
But.
And I feel like we could get into this even more.
Yeah. But that I just wanted people ask us all the time about like our journey and stuff. I wanted to mention that in the first episode. I just forgot to, but like that is something that I want people. I get the most beautiful messages you would not believe on Instagram. I can't believe some of the people the things they say to me, I almost feel like they're making fun of me because I'm like, there's no way you could really mean this. It's like, are you trying to make fun of me? Like, I don't really, I'm like, there's no way. And they're the most, I love you guys more than you will ever understand. You have changed my life. You have given me a wonderful life. I can't believe that we get to do this. And if you are in a place where you're struggling, if you are unhappy, I would love to give you advice because I think I was able to figure some version of that. I'm not saying I'm a person to, who I still have a lot of struggles in my life. I still have worries. I still have to figure things out. I'm by no means, I have not quote unquote made it, but it is nice to sometimes like we just wake up, we go to our favorite coffee place, and I often look to Leanna and I'm like, can you believe this is our life?
I know.
I'm just saying for the not all those who wander are lost, as they say. So if you are someone who has written me a beautiful message about inspiring you, I love you. You give me a reason to live, and I hope that you can jump into the deep end of whatever you're thinking about, and it'll work out because
scary is good.
Yeah.
Being uncomfortable is good.
What's the quote that we love? Do you remember it? Life begins at the end of your comfort zone.
Yes.
Man, is that true?
That is so true.
got a little deeper than we expected to. But hey, it's important sometimes.
I have another good quote too. I feel like I want to like end like Julie Chen Moonves on Big Brother. She always ends with a quote. The grass is always greener where you water it.
Oh.
You like that?
A new broom can sweep, but the old broom knows where the dirt is. All right, guys.
All right.
Hope you learned. Sorry if this got deep. We love you so much, and we'll see you next week.
We'll see you next time.
Happy Dress Down Day, Leanna.
Happy Dress Down Day, Eric.
2.
Bye.
You weren't supposed to say anything.
Oh.